Good morning, folks. Hello and welcome back to my Floramancer world. I hope everyone has had a good day, ready for a great weekend, and especially ready to watch me be really derpy and silly with Redstone again today. If you remember last time, let me take you down there. We were working on getting the Rune of Earth set up. So that it can be auto-crafted, it can keep a supply on hand, that we don't have to do bulk crafting of it, and that also means we'll be able to automate the flowers that use Runes of Earth. And this is where we are. This is our rune crafting area, arena, whatever we want to call it. And we have our runic altar here for the Rune of Earth with luminizer, item luminizers coming down here to put the items into the altar, so that we don't have to see the mechanism that is doing the corporea part of the system. Remember that? This is what we've got. I did re-rotate this. Remember we had it looking like an airplane up here above this when we were trying to get it to just go into a hopper, and it turned out the hopper it didn't have enough spaces, so it was spewing things out, and we tried first slowing it down, which worked, but then we put a dropper here which has 9 slots, and so we're okay with that. And so I used the red string containers again. Remember, these things only can go 8 blocks away from the targeted inventory, and this is 7, so we'll be able to do one more. And that is really, I looked at all of the runes, that's really all we're gonna need. We'll have to probably put it here. There's 6 here, right? 6, 7, and then 8. We'll need those 8 because the seasonal runes have 7 items. Sometimes they have 8, but it's because it's like 2 of the same. So we'll be able to do that request with just one funnel. We'll be able to just rotate the item in it 1, and that'll mean request 2 of. So we'll be able to do that. I changed the downward redstone just to a couple of torches with the dots on top of it. This is downward into here. It's got 8 comparators, 8 repeaters. Sorry, 1, 2, 3, 4. Yes, 8. So that gives us a long enough delay before it triggers the luminizer launcher to send the items down to the altar. Okay? That works. This step works. So what we were struggling with was, 1, figuring out how to automate the hitting the altar with the Wand of the Forest. We were trying to figure out how to then prevent this from triggering again while that was crafting. And then we were also needing to figure out how to turn this off when we've reached the supply that we want, right? All those complicated things. We had mentioned near the end about corporea being able to do wireless redstone. I have learned how to do that. Yay! So we're going to be going over that today. In my test world, I'm going to show you this setup working 100%, working. I'm so happy. I was so happy. I ran out and told Edward, I'm like, Edward, I got redstone to work. It looks complicated and fancy, and I did it all myself. Yeah. So we're gonna be looking at that, and we're gonna be breaking it up into steps. So I did grab snapshots, so I won't need to go back and forth from the test world to this world while I am trying to replicate things in our area here. But I did dig out underneath the arena for some of what we will need. So we've got access under here. I just half slabbed it, and we'll probably have everything going into the walls around it and have just this area, you know, not super filled in. The middle part very well might be the rune storage, because we're going to need to have a hopper hawk picking up the runes and storing them for us. So this is our altar right here that we have. We'll need access to this spot momentarily. But I want to hop into my test world right now, show you the system working, and then we can collect resources and try to do bit by bit of getting the Rune of Earth crafting automatically. You ready? All right, let's go. Time set day. Okay, so what we have here, this is our altar setup, and I actually need to stop the automation process. It's actually working right now. Okay, it's crafting. We're checking this out. And it's done crafting and it gets picked up. So this is my setup here. We've got the altar, we've got this. I'm going to stop the crafting so we can talk about it. But what I have going on here. But it just did it. It just did it for us. So, woo! I didn't expect it to, but yay! Alright, so this is what we have. This is a different ladder, of course, but this is what we have up high to send the items to the altar, right? That's what we've got. Okay. So when they get sent to the altar, the runic altar sends out a signal of 1 when it's crafting, when it's accepting mana, when it's making a rune. When it's a 1, we need to tell this to not send more items, right? That was the first step for me. So we have, here's a step of 1, and it goes into a corporea funnel with a unique item. This one's just named Earth Rune Grass Block. You can have anything you want. So this is how we're going to do wireless redstone. With funnels and interceptors. There's an interceptor there. So what this one is doing is you send a redstone signal to it, and the interceptor picks up that you're wanting a grass block with the name Earth Rune, but it doesn't exist. So what it does, what the interceptor does, is it sends a redstone pulse. It's a 2-tick pulse, I believe, when something in the network doesn't exist. This functions so that you can have it go off and do a crafting process to make what's missing. That is its main purpose. But it also, you can take that redstone signal, push it into a retainer. This retainer says if the item doesn't exist, okay, if the request failed, this sends a redstone signal, and it just stays a constant redstone signal through a comparator at a power level of 15. That is what it does, and it stays powered until it receives another redstone signal, and then it shuts off. Okay, we're using that to our advantage here. And I'm sorry if explaining redstone the way I explain it seems really silly, but so we have the comparator that grabs the signal from the retainer when it's crafting. That's what this is doing. When it's crafting, light this up, which pulls this block out of the way, which means our clock that says that crafts items, say craft another item, can't send the signal. Okay? It's crafting, don't send the signal. Got it? How does it send the signal, though, is over here, and I'm just using a corporeal spark because they're not in the network. We'll figure out what items to use when we're in the main world. But this is another funnel, and we're doing a funnel interceptor thing again. I'm sending a signal, a wireless redstone signal, through this funnel saying, look for a corporeal spark. Can't find a corporeal spark. So when it can't find a corporeal spark, this interceptor pulses for a 2-tick pulse. Okay? And that is what fires our crafting. So you got that? We can now send items, and we can tell our system not to send more items because it's busy. That's what we've got so far. So then, it's busy, it's received all the mana it needs. Now we need to hit it with the wand of the forest, or the wand of the forest. Yeah, we need to hit it with the wand of the forest with the dispenser. When it's ready for that step, a runic altar sends out a comparator signal of 2. Okay, so there's 2. The repeater picks it up because it's 2, and it goes through a pulse generator, a 1-tick pulse generator. This takes the constant redstone signal and turns it into just a pulse. Okay, I grabbed this one off the internet. I had to learn it. It's a comparator with a repeater, so it goes into the repeater and then it turns it off. After 4 ticks, it turns it off. Okay. That goes into these 2 funnels. Again, wireless redstone doing 2 different things. First, the Corporea funnel says, I need a wand. There is no wand in the network. So what grabs it? The interceptor. The interceptor grabs it and says, hey, there's no wands in the network. Send a redstone pulse to technically craft one. This redstone pulse fires the dispenser, which completes the process. Okay. That's all it does. Once that has been done, okay, I then send the signal into another funnel. This one currently says a button that says done crafting. This is to kind of help me learn stuff. So it now says, I'm done crafting. I need this button that says done crafting. That's what this funnel is saying. I need a button named done crafting. There isn't one in the system, so the interceptor that I have, which is over here, the interceptor saying, you don't have a done crafting, I'm going to send a signal to get one. It sends a signal out here into our retainer. Now remember, when it's crafting, this retainer is sending a signal to this piston, okay? And I said it stops sending a signal when it receives a second redstone signal, which it's going to get when we're done crafting. We're done crafting, hit this, no more signal, it turns it off and it pushes the piston back into place. To do what? Craft again. Seriously, I'm doing this because I'm so amazed I figured this out myself. I'm not a redstone person. All right. So we have it so that now it'll just work, and it'll just work and work and work constantly. It'll just keep going. So the next thing we needed to do is be able to say, hey, we have a certain amount of them. We need to stop making them, right? We need to stop making earth runes. We've reached the amount we want to have on hand. Well, the storage I have for that is just in here. There's 16 in here right now. This is also the supplies to make more. That's just for our, sandbox purposes. Okay, this picks it up. So what we use for that is a crystal cube. This crystal cube is configured for runes of earth, and it says there are 16 in our network. All right. A crystal cube, when paired with a redstone comparator, gives off a signal strength based on how many are in your system. Okay, and I think it's a logarithmic computation, because it's lit up 6. It's got a power strength of 5 for only 16 in there. Thank you, Yasmin, for renewing your subscription. I appreciate it. You rock. Alright, so I have it so that when it reaches the maximum, when this gets however many earth runes, I think it's a half a stack right now. I think it might be a whole stack. One of the two. It will continue to light up the redstone and keep going, right? When it's reached however much I have that configured for, it will go into this retainer block, right? And it will keep it from getting further signals, I believe. I'm pretty sure that's the way I have it set up. How far is that? We need more runes. Rune of earth. Let's just put that much in there because I know that will overflow it. Alright, so that's getting a redstone signal. I'm hoping, I can't remember, but I was hoping that it would transfer to there. We might need to move it to this here is where we actually need to have it come in. if we do that, get rid of you. Yep, that's what we need to do. Okay. Because that'll stop the clock as well. That'll say, oh, we're not crafting anymore. Okay. So let's take these out until we don't. Alright, so that puts it back. And I had it running on 2 minutes. We're going to run it on 1 minute and see how it does. I'd like to get a button and just request from here. And it's sending stuff to craft, it's running. You can see it has just pulled back the piston saying I'm crafting something. Now it's made them, and then it said I'm done crafting, so I pushed the piston back, and it's ready to do it again when the floating hopper comes back. That's what we just saw. And the beauty of this is that this mechanism and this mechanism do not need to be anywhere near this one. The only thing I need to have up with the Rune of Earth stuff is my interceptor with whatever custom item in here says craft an earth rune. Get it? So I have taken screenshots because there's no way I'd remember this on my own of this setup and this setup. Okay? So that's what we're going to try and do in our main world today. Hopefully I will get it done. Hopefully. Because it would be really cool to be able to craft earth runes. And move on to the fire one. The fire rune is next, which once we have this done, I'll be able to replicate it. And that's the good news. At least for the first 4, and then the other runes, I'll need to change this setup a little bit bigger. But this stays the same. This will stay the same. We just, you know, need to get it into our main world. So I hope that helped you if you are learning wireless redstone. Now, I am not a redstone person. There is very likely, very, very likely, a smaller, more compact, fancier, newer way of doing this. If you know that way, do it. The only thing that I was aiming for with this mod pack was to learn redstone, so it's probably going to be old school, simple redstone, and to get further in Botania than I ever have before. Both of these things have been achieved just in doing this setup. So here we go. Let's go back into our main world now and try to get this stuff set up for our earth rune. Okay, we're here. I think the first thing we're going to do is get the dispenser underneath the altar. And I have one. And did I make... I made an interceptor. I made several. Okay. And it's going to need a corporeal spark and an item frame. And we'll have to make a wand. But we'll get there. Alright, if we do that, does it point up? I'm going to make the assumption that it does. There's the interceptor, there's that, and the spark. Okay, so we'll just put a wand in there. I don't want to use the one I have, but we'll put a wand in there, and a wand in there. Okay, that's all we need for firing the wand. And I didn't mean to fall down where I did. Okay. So there's that. Now we need a red string comparator. I'm going to pick you up, and we're actually going to go into the wall this way with the comparator line. The comparator line. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Which way does it point? We need to turn it. So we need it to do that way. Is it connected? It's too far. Okay. So it needs to be whoop. Now it's connected. Okay. I need blocks. Because that's going to be annoying. Alright, so we're connected here. We need to clear out the space. We don't need a huge space, but I'm gonna put... I'm gonna use living rock for the redstone components, and I'm gonna use stone slabs for the floor. I will need to keep that in mind. Alright, so let's get a torch in here. And we'll grab the supplies. We have living rock. We just need more slabs. So, stack of stone, and we'll craft those into slabs. Alright. We're gonna need redstone and repeaters and a comparator to get started. So, what this Redstream comparator does is it just moves where you need to detect the comparator. Instead of slapping the comparator against the runic altar, it just connects it to the runic altar so you can do your redstone elsewhere, like there. So we're gonna use blocks. I could probably use slabs and conserve conserve the living rock. And we need to go that way. So, first things first. Comparator. There's our 1 pulse, our 1 strength. That will need to go into a repeater going that way. And then this is our strength number 2. That will need to go into a repeater going this way. Alright? Alright. So, that will say, pull the piston out, don't craft anymore. We're busy. We're busy. But I want to get the wand hooked up first, which will be, we need to make the the pulse generator? Is that what it is? Anyway, it's this and you. Oh, let me bring that screen up because now I'm already pretty sure. Yeah. It's like I'm already pretty sure I'm not accurate. Here, and then we need a second comparator. I don't need all you. Second comparator here. Alright. This needs to be on 4. And looks like I am not paying attention to there. Okay. And we need to make some more of these. I need more than you. That should be good to get going. Alright. So then off of the comparator is the repeater into the blocks that will... Oh, we're really gonna have to get rid of that lava for sure, otherwise it'll burn up all of our redstone. Let's get over there and do that. I think it's up high though. Alright, where are you located? Right there. There we go. And that's gone. Yay! It's gonna make things dark around here, so I'll have to come back and check on that. Okay, back in here. So what we're gonna have right here is a funnel leading into a repeater into another funnel. And these don't need to be, they can be these. All right. So let's grab the funnels that we need and let's replace these just so I know we're in the same vicinity. Make things look uniform, you know? Okay. 2 funnels. 2 corporeal sparks, 2 item frames, and we'll have to put the named items in them. Alright. Oh, I see you down there. Things have gotten dark, so things are spawning. I only have 7 torches on me, so let's just light up the close vicinity where creepers might show up. I don't think I can get down there, and I don't think they can get up here, so I just have to worry about skeletons for that spot. Clearly I'm gonna make this probably like a room or a line of rooms or something. Right now we're just working with the small space I need. Alright, so yes, we're all set. I think this is correct. We'll be going this way for the other funnel. We need to put one there. Let's get one more funnel. Funnel, item frame, corporeal spark. Alright. Did I not pick up the spark? Oh, it's got one on it. Hey. Hey, bacon! Techno Minecraft. Yeah, working on it. Working on it. Gotta get it figured out. Alright, let's just add a torch. Well, let's add a torch there. Okay, and making sure these all need to be just 1 tick. That's 4. Those are all 1 tick. I don't want something to spawn there. Alright, so we need to name some things to go in these item frames. We need something to say I'm busy crafting, and we need a wand of the forest. That's a specific color. We're going to use one wand of the forest for each runic altar. There are 16 runes, so I need 1 of each, or 2 of each of the colored wands. And then something here to say I'm done crafting. So those are the things we need. Those are the things we need. So for the Rune of Earth, since it's green, let's do green petals. Maybe we'll do lime. Do 2 lime petals. What, 4 lime petals? I need 2 of these. Heck, and then I need 1 inside the altar. Alright. Then we need some living wood, and I don't believe I have the living wood connected to the corporeal network yet. I haven't brought corporea this far. So let's get it. Grab a stack of that. Alright, so we have that. We're going to, oh, you know what? Let's do 64 mystical red petals, and I'll tell you in a moment. I don't think I have another. I do have a pestle and mortar. We're going to make the network that is corporea network that is running the redstone. We're going to make it a different network. So I also am going to need to make another master corporea spark. And a master spark is with dragonstone. Okay, so we'll be able to make that. All right, so we have the stuff for the wands. Let's do that. Oh, it's 3 sticks. All right, so we have the wands. Then we need the named items for I'm busy crafting and for I'm done crafting. And they will all need to be different for each rune. So what I'm considering doing is the petals. So if we do a petal block, if we ask for that's not what I wanted to do. 9, 18, 20 mystical lime petals. And we make 2 petal blocks. This will be I'm busy, and this will be I'm done. And that means we won't need to name them because we're changing the network. So let's, where's my pork chops? Okay. Let's head down here again. So the redstone network will be red. Makes sense. And we're going to probably put the master for that underground, underneath this, underneath these, and some droppers. So let's chuck that flint. Okay, let's go down. I wonder if there's a central spot. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. No! Somewhere in these two, over here-ish, we're gonna put a dropper. I meant to put that here. Why aren't you placing with a master spark? Alright, and then we're going to make that master spark red. You see the star is now red. Okay. So we are also going to need to bring it that way. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So it needs to go here. And it needs to be a regular corporeal spark with a red star. So now if we did the wand on these, only those two exist on this network currently. We're headed that way. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This wall is 6. Okay. So that wall is 6, 7, 8. So if we put it behind you, probably. Let's put it behind. And put you with another spark, and we'll color that one red. Now, are you connected down there? Yes. All right. We need to change the corporeal spark that's on this one. I wonder if I can do that without removing. Hi, Darkwing. Can we just whack it? I don't think so. I think I'm gonna need to remove the... I need to be able to see it. So much garbage in my inventory. Alright. Let's pull you off. Turn you red. Did I grab it? And we're gonna put one of our lime ones in there. Okay. And then I don't want a dropper. I want you, Mr. Dispenser. Like that. We'll put the other lime one in there. Alright. And then we need to put the final lime one here. And we need to color that one so that it's on that network. And we need to make sure it connects. It might be, I might need to bring another dropper this way. Yep. So we've got one in this row. So let's get another dropper. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 around here-ish. Let's put it there. And it is now connected. Yay. Okay. This one also needs to be red, so let's make sure you're all connected. You are. Great. This one we're gonna have the petal in. So this will be finished crafting Earth Rune. We're done. And the petal block is going to be in this one saying, I'm busy. So let's do that. All right. So everything is set up for the start of doing our rune. What we should be able to do is one crafting process. Hopefully, if I did everything correctly. I'll tell you in a minute, Darkwing. Alright, and then up here, none of these need red because we haven't set up the repeat crafting yet. That will need a red one up there. So, if we hit this button, send everything down to craft. Why didn't it request anything? Hello? What happened? You're an orphan. Why are you an orphan? You weren't an orphan? What happened? I'm confused. I know it's only one master spark per network. Maybe I need to go hit the other master spark. You're fine to there. What's going on? Why are you orphaned? You should be going this way too. See, there's one right here. And it's not connecting. Hi there, hi Nuggets, hi Mackie. That one perhaps? Did that one break? Whoa. Okay. That looks like it may have fixed it. I think that may have fixed it. Let's go back down there. Thank you for the follow, Mackie. I appreciate it. Thank you. Alright, are you still connected? Yep. Okay. Just making sure it's still going. I wonder what happened. Okay, so are we still connected here? Yes. Okay, so let's try this again. If we hit this button, we should request items from the network. Yes. Great. They're being sent down to craft. They're currently crafting. This is saying I'm crafting. And then when it has enough mana, I'm hoping this works because it worked in the test world. And it takes a little bit longer here because the mana spreader is further away from the altar. There it goes. And you just heard it craft. So this worked, which means this will probably work. And this petal is for I'm done crafting, craft another one. Okay. Alright, so Darkwing, you asked about what the petal blocks are for. These are just unique items that I'm using on this network to send redstone wirelessly through Corporea. Yeah, so it's half working, Nuggets. It just crafted me 2 runes. So the next step we need to do from that test world that I showed you at the beginning is we need to set up the response for this one, which is the hey, I'm busy crafting, don't send another request. So we need to block the crafting. Again, this stuff does not need to be up there. So we're actually going to go down and build it that way in the wall. But we have the start of it done. We can now craft 1 rune. 1 rune can become many. Alright, so I want to just kind of line it up with where we're going here. And dig out a space. Oh, of course. And that's another reason why I changed the blocks up there. Get rid of you. Okay. So to do this, let me bring up my other screenshot. And we need the interceptor. I need to empty my inventory. We need the interceptors in order to grab the pulse that we just sent. Okay, so what we're talking about is this pulse right here. This is what we're gonna grab. I'd have wood. Because I don't have wood, but I do have a little bit of wood in here. So let's make a chest. So that we can dump resources. Things we do not need right now. We might need that for stack jumping. Don't need you anymore. Alright, so we need an interceptor to grab the signal. Okay. We need a retainer to send that long redstone pulse saying, telling the system to stop working. I need the sticky piston. I need a comparator to grab the signal from the retainer. Blocks. Repeaters I've got. I need an item frame. Okay, let's start with that. Okay, so in here on the bottom level, I need living rock half slabs because we're doing it right here. Let's place that at that level. And we need, here's the interceptor with the red spark, and it's connected, and this is going to grab the I'm busy signal from up there. Okay. And send a pulse because it's like, hey, we don't have lime green petal blocks in the red network. So it's going to send a pulse. This retainer is going to grab that pulse and say, oh, you don't have any green petal blocks? I'm going to send a redstone signal, a constant signal, until I get another signal. So we're going to pull that off of there. This retainer does not need a spark because it's paired with the interceptor. That's how it works. It's an add-on to the interceptor. Okay. And then we're going to put that into a block, which we're using living rock for. And, oh, I forgot a torch. Forgot a torch. Because I need to invert the signal. We'll make easier ways to get up and down eventually. Alright, so then we invert the signal. And we're going to go this way. Put the piston against the torch. And living rock block that it's going to move here. Alright. This repeater is going to be what the hourglass is going here. This repeater is going to go into this block. And into another repeater. Did I put that on top of a... No, I need to do that. On top of living rock. Okay, and this is going to go out to the crafting process all the way up there. Okay, let's make some space. Great. So we need another funnel and an item frame. We've got the runes. I need to eat again. Okay. Take care, Maggie. Alright. Another funnel. Another item frame. Looks like we're going to need to make some more item frames. We're gonna need an interceptor. We're gonna need an item frame before we even get this finished. Okay. So the signal is gonna go to this funnel. And we need to make you red. We're on the red network. And we're gonna put the rune in here. Rune. Saying rune crafting. This is what we're crafting. Okay? Let's make sure you're still connected. Yep. Okay. So that step's complete. Yay! Alright. This is the block that we're going to need to go into for pausing or saying we're done. So I'm just trying to make sure I've got enough space for that. And that'll be an interceptor. Hi, Warlord. Do I have one on me? I do. I know this one's gonna go up there, but we'll put it down here just to finish this circuit. This interceptor needs to be red, and we're gonna need to put an item frame on it with the pedal to say I'm done crafting. Okay. Up we go. So let's grab some item frames. Do I have a lot of leather? 36. I don't have a lot of sticks, and I'm running low on wood because I've not been collecting it. I did see that, Warlord, that you messaged me. I didn't get a chance to look at it, but I did see it. Okay. This will give us 16. Alright. That's a good working number. And was there anything else we needed while we were up here? I don't think so. It is, you're correct. It is now 11 a.m. where I am. Well, it's 10 minutes till. Alright, back down. And we'll put the item frame on here and the pedal to say we're done crafting. Okay? So this is mostly set up. We have to make an hourglass when we want to actually get it started. I'm not going to do that yet. And we need to have the overflow protection. So we need to be able to set it up so that when we have however many runes we want to keep on hand made, it'll stop the system as well. So it's all contingent on this piston. We're going to have that overflow protection coming into this torch as well. Or even this block will work too. So I'll have the crystal cube that I showed you in my test world with the comparator hooked up somewhere in this area with a line, depending on how many I want to keep on hand, going into this block so that it will pull the timer, so it'll shut it off. Okay? So there's the bulk of our setup for that. The next thing we need is the interceptor for that funnel. Actually, that's the interceptor. we need the interceptor for that funnel up there. So let's go grab an interceptor. And we already have Corporea. Okay. And that interceptor is going to go up here where we've got our crafting process. And I think I'm going to put it on this side. Let's dig you up a little. I will make this all pretty eventually because that's my thing. I'm planning on having it run to keep a certain amount on hand, so it will shut off when I have a certain amount. So then we have the Corporea Interceptor against this line of redstone here. And it's going to get the rune because it's going to grab the signal from the funnel down there. And so we do need to color it red, not redstone. Alright, so now we need to actually bring that red network up here because we only have the white storage network here. So we need to do that with the droppers. We should be able to probably put another dropper here and get it up here at least. Yep, it's up here, so now I need to get it up there. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Maybe right there will be just fine. We put it here. Does it reach? No, I've put it too far away. Let's move you. That was unintended. All right. You can't possibly be that far away. Must be. All right. Let's try that again. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I need to get up there to change the color. Oh, why? Why are you being so frustrating? There we go. Hey, and even connects over there. Yay! Okay, so we're connected. So now that signal can request runes. In fact, we might even be able to do that. Let's see it work. Yes, my YouTube channel is just my streams broken into 1-hour episodes. And then stored on YouTube because Twitch doesn't allow you to store them for very long. Let's hop down there. We need a torch down here. Alright, so this is the block that requests the crafting up above. I don't have my redstone box down here. So if this works, we should be able to request a rune here. And it should go up and request the stuff. Oh, it's crafting. And when it's done, we'll put a better lens on this so it goes a little faster. It's crafted! Now, if it did it correctly, that also means the piston needs to be moved back. Yep, back there. Let's run it again, and we'll make sure that that piston moves out of the way while it's crafting, because that is the other thing it's supposed to do. So let's go hit the button again. And it's requesting items and getting sent to the altar. Yep. This says, I'm busy, don't send another request. And when it's done, it should say, I'm done crafting. Which, like I said, there we go. I'm done crafting. We can request another rune now. Woohoo! Yay! Alright. I cannot tell you, as a non-redstone person, how excited I am that this works and I didn't copy a tutorial for it. It's gonna have to be a slow clock because I'm not gonna be making runes like tick, 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 tick. It's gonna be a slow clock. So I'm not worried about that part. Yay! So that works.